is shameful in my eyes. I don't understand why she would do this other than to try to get some hits, clicks, and attention for season 2, which she knows is not performing well. It's not on the top 10.
The children. And we know this is always like the push emergency red button because, of course, the media, and I understand.
And now she's proving they're mom's biggest fans in rare. It's always a rare photo. It's always a behind them, out of focus, sortish photo. And yet again, it's a rare photo that Meghan's providing of Archie.
Whenever Meghan Markle is drowning in a PR disaster, it's like clockwork. Out come Archie and Lilibet. You can practically set your watch to it. Netflix numbers tank. Boom, the kids suddenly pop up. Headlines slamming Meghan. Cue the children. It's become her ultimate fallback, her shiny red emergency button. Meghan has turned Archie and Lilibet into the ace up her sleeve, wheeling them out at just the right time to distract the press, soften the outrage, and paint herself as the doting mother in the middle of chaos. Critics say she's perfected this craft to the point where it doesn't even feel accidental anymore. It feels calculated.
Shielding their kids from us, talking about how they can't be bullied and leave them alone, yada, yada, yada. For her to go out and now start debuting.
And remember, these aren't just any kids. We're talking about a prince and a princess. Titles that immediately demand attention, curiosity, and endless fascination. Meghan knows the power those titles carry, and she doesn't waste a single ounce of it. She wields that royal connection like a weapon, ready to dominate headlines whenever her career starts spiraling.
By putting a love heart over a tiny part of their face. Meghan, the game is.
Every glimpse is staged to perfection. Every Instagram post is carefully cropped. It's never just a cute moment, it's always a reminder. These are royal children, royalty by blood, and anything connected to them is guaranteed to set the internet on fire. Even the tiniest peek, an ankle, the back of a head, turns into viral news. People stop scrolling, they click, they share. Meghan has mastered that formula.
And a princess, they are, even though it is very wrong, in my opinion, and I know your opinion too, that they remain in the line of succession, but they do.
And let's not forget, they're still in the line of succession. That's a big deal. It's a status most kids will never dream of, and Meghan appears to know exactly how to capitalize on it. Critics are outraged, calling it ethically murky at best. Is it really right to leverage your children's royal titles for attention and damage control? For Meghan, though, it's like currency, valuable, powerful, and endlessly marketable. Every reveal, no matter how small, carries weight simply because Archie and Lilibet aren't just kids, they're royal. And Meghan turns that fact into a PR goldmine whenever she needs it.
Hate watching is down. All across the board, people are just bored. They're bored of her.
People have caught on to the timing. This isn't random. It's not like Meghan just wakes up and feels like posting a cute family shot. Fans swear there's a pattern, a very obvious one. Each time her career takes a hit or her projects flop, voila, the kids resurface. It's practically a strategy. Release a photo here, a cropped image there, keep the public interested, and distract them from the disaster unfolding behind the scenes. Archie and Lilibet, whether they realize it or not, have been folded into a bigger PR machine, deployed with surgical precision whenever Meghan's brand is under fire.
My children were able to watch me working and see the balance of that. And then she literally showed them watching her work. She's giving a rare behind-the-scenes look at Prince Archie and Prince Lilibet.
And the public? Oh, they've noticed. Reactions are mixed, but let's be honest, they're leaning heavily toward outrage. Social media is flooded with comments like, why are they being used to sell a show? And this is manipulation, plain and simple. Meghan tries to paint these little reveals as sweet, intimate family moments, but a huge chunk of the public sees them for what they are. Two children, innocent and young, being positioned as props in their mother's never-ending quest for attention. What makes it even messier is their titles. Archie and Lilibet aren't just Meghan's kids, they're a prince and princess of the British royal family. That fact adds a whole new ethical layer to this controversy. Meghan's critics argue that by leaning on that royal weight, she's blurring the lines between family, fame, and business. Instead of shielding her children from the spotlight, she's seemingly using their inherited status to amplify her own projects. And while some fans gush over every adorable sneak peek, there's always the other side, the skeptics. They're asking the hard questions. Are these curated glimpses truly about celebrating the children, or are they about maximizing Meghan's own visibility? As long as those titles continue to draw eyes and clicks, the cycle doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. The timing of Meghan's latest stunt? Honestly, you couldn't script it better. Her Netflix series Love, Meghan was hyped up to be her big comeback, but wow, what a flop. It didn't even crack major top 10 lists. Critics slammed it. Fans barely cared. It was a monumental embarrassment embarrassment for someone once seen as Hollywood's golden girl. And what did Meghan do as soon as the negative reviews rolled in? She turned straight to the kids. It's almost ritual at this point. The moment those streaming numbers disappointed, Archie and Lilibet were suddenly front and center again. Perfectly cropped Instagram shots, cutesy stage set moments. It was all too convenient. Their appearance just happened to coincide with the fallout of Meghan's failed Netflix experiment. Coincidence? Not a chance. People saw right through it. Social media absolutely blew up. The reaction was brutal. Words like desperate, predictable, and creepy were everywhere. Fans pointed out the obvious. If the kids weren't even part of the Netflix series, why were they being wheeled out now? Why spotlight them if they weren't actually involved? It reeked of damage control, and people weren't buying it. This is Meghan's playbook laid bare. Projects flop, bring out the children. The formula has two purposes. First, it softens Meghan's image by reminding everyone of her role as a mother, and second, it guarantees media coverage because royal kids will always trend. But here's the catch. It doesn't always work. Instead of sympathy, more and more people are calling her out. They say it makes her look like a calculated operator, using her kids as pawns in a PR chess game. And that's the deeper issue. The Netflix disaster highlighted a brutal truth. Meghan doesn't seem able to generate organic buzz anymore. Her projects alone can't pull in the audience. So, she falls back on Archie and Lilibet as a shield. Whether she realizes it or not, it's damaging. It hurts her reputation, and it raises serious concerns about her children's well-being. Family moments, things that should feel warm and private, are being transformed into carefully timed marketing devices. Critics are asking, where does real parenting end? And where does strategic promotion begin? Fans didn't hold back on Meghan's latest stunt. The pictures of Archie and Lilibet weren't seen as cute or heartwarming. No, the reaction was unsettling. People described them as downright creepy. The way Archie and Lilibet were presented just didn't sit right with viewers. In one bizarre moment, Lilibet was half hidden while makeup artist Daniel Martin peeked around a door. What was that even supposed to be? Sweet and candid? Because to the internet, it felt staged, eerie, and manipulative. The intention might have been to capture an intimate family moment, but instead, the internet exploded with words like creepy, manipulative, and unnecessary. Social media was full of people questioning why Meghan keeps relying on these kinds of staged moments. Who's really benefiting from all this? Certainly not Archie and Lilibet. Their faces are always cropped, hidden behind emojis, or shown at awkward angles. Nothing feels natural, everything feels constructed. Hair that looks styled but messy enough to seem candid, carefully chosen props, perfectly orchestrated backgrounds. None of it seems like a genuine family snap. Instead, the whole setup screams manipulation. And here's the kicker. Despite all that polish, these moments almost always leave people uneasy. Critics argue it's because Meghan's control is so obvious. Every crop, every emoji slapped on their faces, every angle screams strategy. What should feel like a heartwarming family post ends up feeling like voyeurism, leaving viewers suspicious of her motives. Meghan insists it's about protecting her children, but when every reveal is tied to a PR moment, people start connecting dots. They see kids being turned into props for the latest brand spin. And the timing? Oh, it's surgical. These reveals don't happen during random happy times. They come out exactly when Meghan's projects flop, when headlines about her sour, when she needs to shift the spotlight. The kids become shields, buffers between her failures and the harsh glare of public scrutiny. It's PR triage, plain and simple. The internet isn't fooled. While some gush saying, "Oh, so sweet," more and more people are calling these reveals manipulative. They can't reconcile Meghan's constant talk of protecting her children with her willingness to roll them out whenever her career needs CPR. Her infamous tactic of covering their faces with emojis and hearts has practically become a brand of its own. Sure, at first glance, it looks like a cute way of shielding them, but critics say it's performative. Those little hearts and emojis aren't just about privacy. They're about creating mystery. They hide just enough to make the public desperate for more, dangling the kids like bait for attention. It's privacy turned into marketing. The irony? Meghan rails against intrusive media attention, yet plays this dangerous game where she controls exactly how much the public sees. And because of that, the intrigue only grows. The duality is maddening. Look, I'm protecting them. But also, look closely and click. This constant dance between shielding and showing has left fans conflicted. Some say she's just a mother trying to do her best, but others argue the line has blurred. Her kids are no longer simply kids. They're marketing tools, packaged with precision, revealed just enough to stir headlines but never fully shared. It's the Kardashians all over again, commodifying family, selling intimacy, turning children into branding accessories. No wonder critics have said Harry must be furious. They claim he hates the idea of Archie and Lilibet being used this way, but Meghan, like a Kardashian, seems laser-focused on monetizing every scrap of her life, family included. And the questions just keep piling up. At what point does parental pride slip into exploitation? Where is the line between celebrating your children and using them as shields for your own failures? Many critics argue Meghan crossed that line a long time ago. What makes it worse is the hypocrisy. Remember her tearful interview with Oprah? She blasted the royals for wanting to put her kids on a silver platter for the media. She cried about intrusion, about the relentless scrutiny, and yet here she is, serving up curated snippets of Archie and Lilibet to sell her brand. It's the very thing she condemned, only this time, she's the one pulling the strings. Netflix executives aren't happy either. Imagine their frustration. Archie and Lilibet weren't even part of the show, yet their images were suddenly everywhere right after it tanked. That's sloppy marketing at best, manipulative cross-promotion at worst. Meghan's strategy isn't saving her, it's making her look more desperate. The children were never supposed to be props, but that's exactly what they've become. Meghan's cute reveals feel less like proud mom moments and more like business moves. And the backlash? Oh, it's real. The public has caught on, and the sympathy that once worked in Meghan's favor is running dry. And let's be brutally honest, this whole Netflix flop exposed something bigger. Meghan's projects just don't generate buzz on their own anymore. By constantly falling back on Archie and Lilibet, she's essentially admitting, whether she realizes it or not, that she can't capture the public's attention without them. Critics say it's not only damaging her professional credibility, but it's also turning her kids into marketing devices rather than letting them just be children. That's why people felt downright unsettled by her latest images. The way Archie and Lilibet were presented didn't feel natural or warm, it felt eerie. One of the strangest moments? Lilibet half hidden, while Meghan's makeup artist, Daniel Martin, peeked awkwardly from behind a door. Viewers didn't see cute or intimate. They saw creepy. The public flooded social media with comments asking why these kinds of staged, weirdly controlled photos were even necessary. Who's it really for? The children or Meghan's brand? And fans are tired of the drip feed approach. A glimpse here, a cropped shot there, a pajama moment sprinkled on Instagram. It's exhausting. It feels like the kids are rationed out in teaspoons to manipulate emotions, not shared naturally. The bigger problem? Meghan's constant contradictions. Remember Oprah? She cried about the pressure to serve her children on a silver platter. But now, that's exactly what she's doing, just on her own terms when it benefits her. Critics have had enough. They're calling out the hypocrisy loud and clear. You can't slam intrusion one day and then parade your children the next. The backlash is intense. Hashtags calling her manipulative and exploitative trend regularly. Comment sections are full of sympathy for Archie and Lilibet, not Meghan. People say they feel sorry for the kids, who are growing up as chess pieces in a game they never agreed to play. And that's the gossip the world is whispering. Meghan may think Archie and Lilibet are her secret weapons, but in reality, every staged reveal just digs her deeper into controversy. Cute photos can't hide desperate PR anymore. The world has caught on.